Hi, so good to finally meet you. I understand that through your emails you've been experiencing some sleeping issues, correct?
Yes, for the past 3 weeks I've been barely sleeping and it takes me forever to fall asleep.
I can understand how stressful that may become. Sleep is very important, and not getting adequate sleep can affect you in many ways. Now, let's try to understand why this is happening. I'm going to start off asking you a few questions.
Okay, anything you need to know that will help?
How many days per week would you say you receive enough sleep?
Maybe 3 or 4, but I'm so tired from not sleeping the rest of the nights that it still does not feel like enough.
No, of course not. It's definitely important to be getting enough sleep more than 3 or 4 nights a week. The nights when you don't sleep enough, how many hours would you say you sleep for?
Maybe 3.
Alright, well, I know you're a female, so next. How old are you?
I'm 21.
21, what a fun age. Do you go to school?
Yes, I'm a student at URI.
That's great. What are you studying?
Early childhood education?
So you want to be a teacher. How do you like it?
I love working with children. The work can get stressful at times, though.
Yes, I can remember back to my undergrad and how stressful it can be a student with everything else going on in your life.
Yes, sometimes it becomes really hard to balance.
Yeah, I understand. What are your living situations?
I live at school in a house with 3 roommates.
Do you have your own room to sleep in at this house?
Yeah.
Okay, let's focus again on your sleeping habits. On a night that you aren't receiving adequate sleep, when you do go to bed for the night, how long does it take you to fall asleep?
Well, I try to go to bed as early as I can, so I try to be in bed for 11 p.m. and I usually don't fall asleep until 5 a.m.
That does not sound like fun. During these 6 hours, do you stay in bed the entire time?
Yes, I'm usually just tossing and turning.
I see. And once you do fall asleep, do you stay asleep until it is time to wake up?
I sleep until I have to get up, and other times I'll wake up once or twice.
While you're lying in bed, do you feel relaxed or stressed? Are you thinking about anything?
My mind is usually racing, thinking about everything I have to get done. I have a big project that I've been working on and it's due next week.
I see. Yes. It can be difficult to not think about all the things you need to get done the next day. I can relate. Do you have a usual routine that you do before going to bed?
Typically, I have a small snack, watch TV for a little, wash my face, brush my teeth, and if I'm not too tired, I read a book before I go to bed.
That is a great bedtime routine. It is good to have 4 to 5 things you do in your routine before bedtime.
That gives me a little hope that I'm doing something right.
Yes, you are. Within these past 3 weeks, has your routine changed at all?
Actually, yes, it has. I've been working on my project at night, and then usually when it gets to 10 or 11, I tell myself to go to bed so I can try to actually get some sleep in because it is so late. I just wash my face, brush my teeth, and go to bed. Could this be why I'm not sleeping well?
This is a factor to certainly consider, but let's look at the whole picture. Now that I know your usual routine, I'd like to focus on how this lack of sleep is affecting you during the day. How do you feel?
Well, because I'm not sleeping well, I'm so tired in all my classes, and I have trouble concentrating on even paying attention.
That's a typical response to a lack of sleep. After your classes are finished, what does the rest of your day look like?
I come home, eat lunch. I usually try to start my homework, but I'm so tired some days I end up taking a nap.
I see. And what time does this nap usually occur?
Probably around 3:30.
Okay, so far I have the information. The information I've collected is that you have had trouble falling asleep and sometimes staying asleep for the past 3 or so weeks, about 3 to 4 nights a week. You're in college and live with roommates, but you have your own room. You usually have a typical routine before bed, but have not been experiencing it lately due to your recent project. You try to go to bed at a decent hour, yet that does not seem to be helping. Lastly, you feel tired, can't concentrate or pay attention during the day, and find yourself sometimes taking a nap after you finish your classes for the day. Is there anything else I'm missing?
No, I think that's everything.
Great. First up, I want to let you know that as a college student, it is very typical for you to have sleeping problems. You are not alone. Also, especially as a female, findings show that female students report shorter and poorer sleep.
I'm glad to know I'm not the only one. I never used to be someone that had trouble sleeping.
That is another plus, believe it or not, that this has not been an ongoing thing for an extensive period of time.
So, do you think that I have some disease, or is this just a temporary thing?
Well, based on the information you have given me, what is going on here is acute insomnia.
Is it treatable?
Yes. Let me first give you some information before you start to worry. This is the most common sleep complaint in the United States. 30 to 40% of people have insomnia at times. Also, there are two types of insomnia. Lucky for you, you have acute. There is also chronic insomnia that is very ongoing for an extensive time. The reason I believe you have acute insomnia is because of all the information you have given me. Your insomnia seems to be affected by stress and anxiety, which I believe is coming from your project you have told me about.
That would make sense because this project has been stressing me out a lot.
Yes, this is very understandable and typical. I'm going to give you some tips that will help you to rid this disorder and get you back to your normal sleeping habits.
Great, the sooner the better.
First thing is first, if you feel the need to catch up with your sleep during the day, you should not take a nap after 3 p.m. Eliminating all naps at any time is the best way to prevent insomnia. You should go to sleep later for a few days until your sleep improves, and then gradually go to sleep earlier.
Okay, sounds great. I will definitely try that. Anything to get my sleeping patterns back to normal.
As I mentioned before, having a sleep routine will help as well. If you have an alarm clock, I would put that under the bed. Knowing the time and having that extra light may cause more stress to your sleep.
Yeah, I use my phone as an alarm, and when I wake up in the middle of the night, sometimes I check my texts and go on social medias because I can't sleep.
Yes, it would help if you turn your phone off or put it in the nightstand drawer to prevent using it. Also, if you're not sleeping, leave your bed, go somewhere else, and come back when you're tired. Your bed should be used for only two things: sleep and sex. Using your bed for only these two things will allow your mind to affiliate your bed with sleep.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Sometimes I do my homework on my bed, so I guess I should stop doing that. Will these tips really work and let me fall and stay asleep?
Yes, they should definitely help. If it is still a problem, you can also try taking some Ambien after prescribed, but you do not want to have to rely on pharmaceuticals. Try doing all of these tips, and if it is still a problem, give me a call. Do you have any further questions?
Nope, that is all. Thank you, and I will definitely call you if I'm still having sleeping troubles.
Sounds great. I hope you get better sleep. Have a great night. Bye.
Thanks again. Bye.